Watch out, Silicon Valley. Europe's tech startup scene is booming. Almost 70 European startups were launched between January and September this year, compared to just 28 in the US. Last year, more than $34 billion was invested in new tech ventures across Europe, a record amount. But there's a problem: lack of diversity. Europe's tech powerhouses are failing to diversify their workforces. In 2019, Atomico's State of European Tech report showed tech companies lack diverse representation, mainly across gender and race. 84% of 1,200 technology company founders in Europe self-identified as white. Less than 1% identified as black. Berlin is a major tech hub, home to more than 70,000 employees working for companies like online bank N26, menstrual cycle tracking app Clue, and travel company Get Your Guide. But when software engineer Kaveh Bulambo emigrated to Berlin in 2013, she found many startups, from the top down, lacked workforce diversity. So she founded Black in Tech in Berlin.
I think it's a reality. It's a reality that there are few Black and other ethnic minorities in the tech space. And that is not only when it comes to workers or employees. So it starts really from the top of when you think about investors, when you think about board members, when you really think about the people behind the creation of what is technology and innovation. And so from that place, we're excluded.
London doesn't fare any better. Diversity in Tech, a pro-diversity website, suggests that around 15% of the UK tech workforce are from BAME backgrounds, 17% are women, 8% are disabled.
So I get a lot of questions asking about my coding journey, how did I learn to code, how did I get my first software role?
Amina Awais is a UK-based social media influencer and tech coder. She creates YouTube videos to help demystify her sector. She explains some of the challenges she's faced as both a Black and Muslim woman.
Just based on experiences I've had in other industries, for me it was like, okay, what do I need to brace myself this time? And even just talking to people online who are already in tech and just seeing the conversations, I noticed immediately that there was a gender gap. So that automatically made me start thinking, if there's a gender gap, there's probably an ethnic disparity when it comes to people working in this industry. And yeah, so I was sort of mentally prepping myself for that. And I wasn't surprised by the lack of diversity. I was more surprised at how bad it was. It's an issue, like, you know, I'm the only minority on my team, as in, if I didn't exist, the whole team would be white.
But there is cause for hope. There are more than 100 organisations across Europe taking an intersectional approach to advocate for different groups. This ability empowers disabled creatives. UK Black Tech focuses on boosting the number of people from ethnic minority backgrounds. Norway's Charge is a one-year programme for first-generation immigrants. While some tech companies believe quotas and targets are key,
I know people get a bit squiffy when we talk about targets around diversity. All of us set targets for our business, right? We set targets for revenues, for profits, for growth, for turnover, for funding. We don't set those targets because we know all the answers. We set those targets because we say, this matters to us and this is where we want to get.
It's a method that doesn't sit comfortably with everyone.
The issue at hand is very structural. It's a process. And with processes, there's patterns. And if the pattern is we've got this one system in how we recruit and we're not willing to change or adapt that to, you know, widen the field and attract more people that are not from this one background, then, you know, you're going to see a different result. You can't involve positive discrimination into a system that was never designed to include people that aren't white. I find it very problematic. And, you know, as someone who didn't get into this industry the traditional way, I do get a lot of comments like, oh, you know, you just got lucky and you just got this. But it's like, you know, if we go back and if computer science was something that, you know, was funded and was put in the curriculum at school, you know, could my journey have been slightly different?
Despite the challenges, techies still feel change is in the air.
We're here, Black professionals are there in tech, and it's such a great feeling to know that.